He is a big advocate of free speech, which is awesome.
A few moments later.
But free speech always has its limits.
So here we have Mr. Vanilla Muslim, the YouTube's normal fag Muslim, the hey look I am a cool guy Muslim, I don't behead I just wear weird clothes Muslim, the kind of person who is supposed to be the moderate Muslim that we all apparently ignore so much. Yet, when it comes to essential things that make a free and open democratic society function and free, his views are no different than those of people who butcher cartoonists.
But free speech always has its limits. The classic example, if you are in a crowded theater and you exercise your free speech and yell out, "Fire! Fire!" or something that could scare people and makes them all run and trample and try to get out the exits, what's gonna happen? People are gonna die, people are gonna get hurt, and there you go. That was you exercising your free speech.
Nice example so far, very vanilla and we all know about it, but now let's make things interesting with your second example.
Of course there has to be a limit to it. Another one, if you end up on an abandoned street and you run into these guys, right? And you tell them, your mom is an effing F and I'm going to F her. Do you think they're gonna look at you and be like, hey, why would you say that? I don't agree with you, but that's free speech. Right over there is the bus. You could go home safely, buddy. They're probably gonna mutilate you, kill you, and then bring you back up again, and then mutilate you and kill you again. Freedom of speech has its place and has its limits.
So, these are the kind of people he compares his situation with, and whose response he thinks is just the natural course of things. With that in mind, I couldn't resist re-editing his little example.
Another one, if you end up on an abandoned street and you run into these guys, right? And you tell them, your mom is an effing F and I'm going to F her. Do you think they're gonna look at you and be like, hey, why would you say that? I don't agree with you, but that's free speech. Right over there is the bus. You could go home safely, buddy. They're probably gonna mutilate you, kill you, and then bring you back up again, and then mutilate you and kill you again. Freedom of speech has its place and has its limits.
And if you think even for a single fucking second that we are going to leave these limits to be determined by you, by someone who seems to believe that violence is just a natural fucking response to speech, well, you are mistaken on an unbelievable fucking level. Your fucking feelings do not dictate what may or may not be said. To be fair, you go on to say this.
And of course, there's nothing wrong with questioning things so we can understand it a lot more.
But then you immediately backpedal to this.
It's just the way you interpret it, and you interpret it in a very negative fashion. So I would like it if you could be fair.
Oh, you can criticize my religion, you can go ahead and say all you want about it, but you have to do it in accordance to what I am okay with, and what doesn't rustle my Muhammad's. How benevolent of your fucking Royal Highness. How about you go fuck yourself with a kebab instead? We have the liberty to mock your cult in any way we see fit. We have the liberty to call out all the disgusting and vile aspects of your cult. How the fuck is one supposed not to laugh about the fact that the Quran claims that the earth is flat? Oh yeah, right, by having fascist fucks like you waving the "but my religion is a race" card bullshit and getting our fucking throats cut by the religion of peace. Explaining free speech to a Muslim is like explaining gravity to a cockroach. You must use it. If you think you can somehow protect yourself and your fucking death cult from the rigor of those who question it and its vile impact on the world, you are welcome in the Middle East. But let me get to the most amusing part of this. The brunt of his argument can be summarized as this.
But you're misinterpreting a whole lot of things. This is what it says in the Quran. It says this. Reading this, it shows, like, look, over here it says, and here's another one. It says it right here.
Yeah, essentially his counter-arguments are, but my holy book! As if nobody had learned by now what a no true Scotsman fallacy is. But more importantly, boy, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I really don't give a shit how you fucking interpret your fucking myth book. Go live your fucking life however you think my holy book tells you to, but don't fucking act as if that worthless dribble would in any way have a fucking impact on reality. You see, for example, for us here in Europe, the impact of having Islam as a presence within our society has been thoroughly felt, and nobody gives a flying fuck about how you interpret your faith and how you fucking live your life in your comfortable New York apartment. Let me put your argument to the test here in reality. 40,000 Islamic terrorist attacks worldwide in the name of Islam. But Mahalibuk! Cartoonists murdered in a European city in the name of Islam. But Mahalibuk! Filmmakers murdered in the name of Islam in a European city. But Mahalibuk! Suicide bombings in a major European city. But Mahalibuk! Major terrorist attacks in European cities. But Mahalibuk! Gay people discriminated and violently mistreated in the name of Islam. But Mahalibuk! Gay people murdered in the name of Islam for being gay. But Mahalibuk! Jews murdered in the name of Islam. But Mahalibuk! Jews leaving Europe because of Islamic anti-Semitism. But Mahalibuk! Islamic fascist rallies in European cities. But Mahalibuk! Women sexually assaulted due to mass Muslim immigration. But Mahalibuk! Parallel legal system established around Sharia. But Mahalibuk! Mass sexual abuse of children by Muslim migrants. But Mahalibuk! Self-segregated hostile Islamic communities. But Mahalibuk! Constant assaults on freedom of speech in the name of Islam. But Mahalibuk! 2 million people hold as slaves in Qatar. But Mahalibuk! Slavery being widespread in the Gulf states. But Mahalibuk! Your pathetic whimpering is not just condescending, it's fucking insulting. As if all of this, all these disgusting, despicable things that we had to endure would just go away, just because the boy with the book explains the book to us. Wow. Fucking brilliant. Guess what? We have heard your pathetic excuses countless times before, over and over and over again. And not only are you not contributing to a solution, you are a part of the problem. Do you really seriously believe that your pathetic no true Scotsman fallacy will in any fucking way make reality disappear, or will change our perception of it? Your pedantic whimpering over how you believe we should really interpret this religion, whilst shrapnel is literally ripping people to pieces in the name of that religion, is nothing more but disgusting. You are part of the problem. It is because of people like you that we are unable to address the issue at hand. It is behind people like you that the people who murder in the name of Allah hide whenever a fucking bomb goes off. Fuck you. And I find this clip here, close to the end, very telling.
And I'm a moderate Muslim, and I do condemn what ISIS did, especially what they did recently in the club in Orlando, which is completely horrible because it's during the month of Ramadan.
It's horrible. Yeah, we all find it horrible. We find it utterly disgusting because 49 gay people should not be murdered simply for being gay. But you find it horrible because
it's during the month of Ramadan.
Did anyone else just have flashbacks to when the Catholic child sex abuse scandal broke and the first reaction by the Catholic Church was, "Oh, we are horrified at how much damage this would do to the image of the priesthood"? The murder of 49 gay people who were brutally butchered for being gay is apparently not horrible because of what happened, but according to this guy it is horrible because of it happening during Ramadan. Doesn't that in itself summarize everything you need to know about how this guy's moral judgment is completely poisoned by his religion? Anyway, you also took on Cult of Dusty, so I guess you have no fucking idea what you got yourself into. When this is over, your anus will be so wide that I can drive a tank through it.